Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Grace. If you are new here, welcome. Today I'm actually going to be going over my February budget. So I'm going to be going over my income, my bills and expenses, and what I plan on doing for my cash envelopes and sinking funds this month. And then I'm also going to be color coding my bills to see what paycheck I'll be using to pay some of those bills. So I like using color coding for that. I find that it's very fun and it's very useful as well. So if that is something that you're interested in watching, then definitely stick around. Also, if you are new here, my channel does focus on budgeting, saving money, so going over those savings challenges, paying off debt, looking over my expenses and things like that, and cash envelope stuffings. So if that's something that you guys like to watch, then definitely stick around. Make sure to subscribe down below if you feel like it and if you find that you like my videos. Otherwise, enjoy. Okay, guys, so the first thing that I'm going to start off with is my income. So I'm going to put what I expect as my budget, and then later at the end of the month I'll come back and put my actuals. So the first income is going to be me, and then the second income is going to be the hubby, and then I do have some rollover money from January that's going to go into February, so I'm going to count that as income as well for this month because it'll be used to pay off bills for this month. So for me, the least amount that I expect is $3,000 for the month, and then my husband gets paid weekly, so the least amount that he expects over those 4 weeks that are coming up is going to be $3,200, and then the rollover that's coming from January is $400. Okay, so then this brings us to a total of $6,600 for the budgeted amount. I'm just going to go ahead and go over my bills and it kind of explain some of those. So the first one is the mortgage, and that's $1,741. So this is going to be the budgeted amount, but it's actually going to be the actual amount as well. So that's something that doesn't really change. Amazon Prime is $13.97. Electricity, I'm going to go ahead and budget $130 for that. Centerpoint, that's just like the gas and the heat and all of that. And I'm going to do $44 for that. For my student loan, I know that, nothing is due or anything, but since since right now it's 0% interest, I'm going to go ahead and do $100 for my student loan. For water and trash, I already saw my bill, and it's like almost $240, so I'm gonna go ahead and just do $240 for water and trash. That is super expensive because the past bills that I've gotten have not been that much, and I looked over the bill and it seems to be like what they're charging is actually for like the trash basket or something like that, so it's really weird. But anyways, this was never this much. I'll have to look into that further. So phones are $99, and that includes my husband's phone, includes both of our phones. Internet is $55. Netflix is $15.04. That went up a little bit, and as I had mentioned in my last budgeting video, I kind of want to get rid of Netflix And one of my friends was actually just telling me that they have Hulu and they like watching a lot of things on Hulu. So let me know down below how much you guys pay for Hulu and if that is something that you recommend versus Netflix, if you've had Netflix before. All right, so car insurance. I'm gonna say 160 for car insurance. And then, let's take this out. So car loan number 1 is mine, and then car loan number 2 is my husband's. So looks like I ran out of a little bit of space, but that's fine. I'll go ahead and put the total down here. Let's go ahead and add this up. So 3,291. I'm just gonna go ahead and round it up to 3,292.
I'm actually just gonna take off this washi here, and I'm just gonna put it right on the side.
Okay, so there's my total for expenses. So what I'm gonna go ahead and do now is do my paycheck breakdown. Okay, so the rollover, I'm also gonna color code in here because that's gonna take care of some bills. And then paycheck number 1 for me is gonna be on February 5th. So, and then my second paycheck is gonna be on the 19th. And paycheck number 3 is gonna be, since my husband gets paid weekly, it's gonna be all of his paychecks included in just one color. I have a few colors here set aside. I'll go ahead and do this one for paycheck 1. So typically with paycheck 1, I try to take care of most of the first upcoming bills here. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and do okay. And then paycheck number 2, phones, internet, Netflix, life insurance, car insurance. And then what I think I'll do is with the rollover money, I'll go ahead and pay for the water and trash because that's quite a lot. And so after that, I'm gonna have some money left over. So I think most likely what I'll end up doing is using that towards like some of my sinking funds or cash envelopes, things like that. And then finally, what color haven't I used? I think it's this one. So finally, my husband's paychecks are going to take care of those 2 things. And I do get some of these questions a lot, but technically my husband takes care of the mortgage with the last paychecks of January to cover the mortgage for February. And then what he also does is he takes out cash for things he needs throughout the week, so gas money. He does take his own lunch to work, so it's mostly like gas money or any miscellaneous money that he uses throughout the week. And so that's what he does. But yeah, that's kind of like the breakdown for my paychecks. Typically it's just based on when I get paid and then what will most likely cover some of those bills. So remaining, so since I'm gonna do my actuals here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the amount that I'll put for my cash envelopes over in this little section. And I'm actually just gonna go ahead and put like a line through there. Okay. So let's go ahead and see how much I'll have remaining. And then again, whatever is remaining, what will happen is that some of that money will be used towards mortgage for next month. And then whatever is remaining, we typically use for either cash envelopes, sinking funds. My husband also takes some money for himself. And that's just what he'll use weekly because he gets paid weekly. So, okay, so 6,600 minus 3,292, which is what we expect to pay for expenses and things like that. It leaves us with 3,308. And so for my cash envelopes, which include groceries, personal money, miscellaneous, gas money, fun money, eating out. Well, it includes all of those kind of variable expenses in my cash envelopes. So I'm gonna go ahead and say $600 for my cash envelopes. And groceries is what mostly takes up most of this cash here. So it takes up 400 of those $600 there. I may go ahead and include a little bit more money, just depending. But that's what I did for January, and I think it worked out well. And then for sinking funds, I think I'm gonna go ahead and do the same amount that I've always done, so 450. And so that is what is gonna go towards that. So now if I take off the cash envelopes and the sinking funds from this amount, it leaves us with 2,258. And so if you actually look at that remaining amount, if you take away next month's mortgage, it leaves us really with $517. So typically out of those $517, my husband takes $200 for his expenses. And that's typically like bi-weekly because he gets paid weekly. So it'll be $100 per week. And so it kind of does cover like the full amount that he's going to take. So that's so that you guys can see kind of where I'm going with that leftover money. It does leave a little bit of wiggle room, but not too much because that leftover money also has to go towards next month's mortgage and things like that. So just thought I would throw that out there because I did get that question last time. It seems like I have so much leftover money, but really, I truly don't. But anyways, just kind of wanted to point that out. This is my budget for February, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And if you did, leave a comment down below. Let me know how you guys plan out your month, if you guys have already planned out February. And make sure to stick around for more videos. I am going to be doing a few giveaways coming up here. So make sure you also follow me on Instagram because I have done giveaways there as well. So I hope you enjoyed, you guys, and until the next video, bye.